No wonder it's working out. Previously tongue-tied when it comes time to speak up for what I deserve. Back when I couldn't find the words. In this life I learned if I observe, then I'll discern the lies they hide behind the curtains. In the circus to define the word that's in verse where I find the courage. And when I am heard, I'll be sure that my pride is earned. Picture Reese sitting in a scene where he didn't speak. Everybody looking at him like kid's a freak. Literally paralyzed by history. Perpetuated in defeat, but didn't retreat. See, he turned his weakness to his Herculean word served to ensure his freedom. And the shackles that bound him converted in purpose. A purse down beneath him, observing the beacon. Picture me spitting this load to the masses. 4 out of thrown up this blow up is drastic. We put our soul in this, but never sold for this. Trevor and Topher, no holding us captive. Devil's been known to control us with tactics. Motives exposing and focus the faction. We put our soul in this, but never sold for this. Trevor and Topher, you know it's a classic.
I can't find the words to say what I feel, what I deserve.
She's like,
when
oh
the
my
devil
God. She's
tries
like,
to
we
persuade
can never
me,
watch this in front of our daughters, but this
God
is
will
the best
work wonders.
See, I'm like, I know.
I
This is
can't
like
find
so
the
good,
words
man. But
to say
I just think
what
a
I
guy
feel,
like that, it's like
deserve.
at some point,
When
like,
the
the
devil
levee's
tries
gonna
to
break, man. At some point, like people are sick of this.
will work
You know, it's like
wonders.
the Fauci stuff that's going on right now, and just like it for a year and a half, we've all been talking about the absurdity, the insanity that's been happening in the world, and like
Everybody hate Chris.
at some point, there's only so much bullcrap they can shovel our way before people are like, man, screw you, I'm fine with this. You know what I mean? It's like nobody's like my buddy, I have a buddy up in North Carolina. He just got fired from a job from not wearing his mask.
They hating on my face.
And he laughed.
They hate me for my
Yeah,
fam.
he's like, you guys are so
Now they
smart.
hating on my face.
I'm about to make so much money.
But they made me what I am.
You know what I mean?
They hate me
Like,
cause
they
of
fired
Trump.
him after the CDC
What he gotta do with
guideline
this?
stated that
But
he
it
would,
really go to show.
right?
Everybody.
And he's vaccinated
Everybody.
up, he's blah, blah, blah.
Everybody hate Chris.
You
Think you
literally
know
just
who I
fired me.
supported? Biden or Trump, a debate I aborted. My vote this election I
And I'm
never
like,
reported. Cause Jesus, my family, my job was important.
But
Now I'm trending on Twitter, all because some actors chose to be bitter, refused to fulfill my role as an avenger for Biden's campaign, so they say I'm a quitter.
yes,
I don't bother with the hurt say. I'm not involved in politics in the first place.
Candace Owens
But if
and
you
her
really want to
Facebook
talk
lawsuit.
about a story, then you really need to worry about Hunter and his drug face. Cause I heard what they found on that hard drive when I've been chilling, getting busy on the par 5. Going fishing, tending to my farm, live a very simple life, and they still give me a hard time. This was crazy, it started all randomly, attacking who I am and my belief in Christianity. I pray to God that he help me with my sanity, cause every single day I'm losing faith in humanity. Making my wifey go crazy and act up. Robin and Marker, I appreciate the backup. If this continue, I may need to pack up my life as I know it, then lead till they slack up. And since my church is conservative, now they hating on the way that I prefer to live. Calling me a supremacist, quite interpretive. I swear I do the most with emphasis on the superlative. I became a target for your hate.
what's going on, man?
This won't only happen when you're great.
That beard is
Guess I
epic,
consider
by the
my
way.
fate. In the end, though, I'ma be straight.
That's phenomenal. We thought we had good beards, man.
We do have good beards, but
I
he's
like
got
that.
he's got great beard.
Wow. No, it's beards. You gotta go beards.
Blue and shaggy. This is sculpted.
They
Bro,
hating
how
on
long
my
have you been
face.
growing that? Just as
They
a
hate me
beard
for my
connoisseur
fam.
myself.
Now they hating on my faith. But they made me what I am. They hate me cause of Trump. What he gotta do with this? But it really go to show. They everybody.
impressive.
Everybody.
We should introduce
Everybody
him.
hate Chris.
Oh yeah, man. Heck yeah, dude.
I'm Matt Whaley. I'm the one who came up with the podcast idea.
Heck yeah. I'm Ray, aka known as the Strong One on TikTok and all those fun places. So I like to piss people off. So
He's the one that makes this entertaining.
No, not at all. Not at all, man. So,
Liar.
And then you got me behind the camera, the producer, Dusty.
Dusty.
He does not show his face.
Yeah, imagine
I'm too pretty.
imagine Obi-Wan Kenobi. Just imagine that. That's what he looks like.
Seriously.
It's true, actually.
I mean, it's true. It looks just like it. So,
All right.
thanks for joining us today, man.
You guys ready?
Well, yeah, we're about to go live, so
We're going to do our regular intro, and then we're going to bring you guys in and start asking questions and fire it away, man. So we appreciate your patience, guys. Thank you. Let's get ready.
Welcome to Plausible Foolishness. We are the two kings of the Rube Empire, where the people are free, the taxes are voluntary, and we serve freshly roasted liberal logic every Wednesday at 9 p.m. right here on twitch.tv/Plausible Foolishness, YouTube, Facebook Live, and anywhere you can get podcasts. I am the Philosopher King, the Mad Scientist, the Ivory Tower. I'm the Mad Scientist, Matt. How you doing?
What you gonna do, brother? How you doing? The strong one is in the house. My goodness. I've said this before, and I was a liar. But today is going to be the greatest show that we have ever had. Ever. Historically, it's just the best of the best of the best, because we've got the best of the best of the best on the show today. But I would be remiss before we get to the best guests that we have literally ever had on the history of this show. I've got to give love or hate or whatever you want to call it to Dusty. Hey, Dusty, you want to introduce yourself to the audience?
Hey, everybody.
Shut up, Dusty! Ah! Dusty doesn't talk. He is just our producer. He is not allowed to speak.
I do, too.
Okay, you do a good job, but silence! But ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you follow us everywhere. We're all over Twitch, Clapper, Facebook, Instagram, all the different places that we are. But long story short, we are Plausible Foolishness. We are your two kings. And gosh,
the Zoom call.
We've got the best show ever planned for you today. Matt, I'm going to let you introduce these guys, these studs, these absolute pinnacles of manliness. Bring it home, brother.
All right, well, you might have heard of them.
Maybe.
You might have.
Maybe.
I know I have.
Well, we've already had one of their group on twice now. This is number 3 for
Three
him.
times?
This is 3 times, yeah.
Does he get like a producer?
A feat not achieved by any other human being except for us 3, because we're always on the show.
Third time?
But the third time.
Holy crap!
But he's brought his friends with him.
What? He brought backup?
Oh yeah. He brought he brought the entire Space Force.
What? Shut up.
And they just released their latest EP. It's called Retreat. You should buy it now. Get it to number 1 on the charts.
Oh yeah.
Get them another Billboard number 1.
Another.
To put on that back wall there.
Another one.
And also, they're about to go on tour.
What?
Yeah, and their first date is this Friday, if I'm correct, in Manchester, Kentucky. The Free the Patriot tour.
Amen.
So let's give it up for Space Force.
Yeah!
What up, fellas?
Welcome back, boys. How we doing, man? Topher, first of all, thank you. Third appearance. My goodness. At some point, we're just going to eat your third chair. We'll just fly you down to Florida.
Yeah.
Come kick it with us, man. Have a good time.
I'm
can
good.
afford that,
No,
totally.
man, y'all reptiles are way bigger than what I typically deal with. So I'm just going to stay in Mississippi. Y'all can have that.
That's true. That's true. We got some big ones down here, man. But, dude, introduce the squad, man. What's going on with Space Force? Tell us about what's going on with you guys.
Yeah, man. So right now we have D. Cure. He is the pilot, a.k.a. the speed man of the group, man. Hey, he can introduce himself.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, what's up? I'm the guy that they call the guy with the beard that raps fast, that does the dad joke videos. Thrilled to have our first show, well, actually our second show of the year, but as part of the Free the Patriot tour this Friday, like you guys said, here in Kentucky. We're thrilled, man. So thank you for having us.
Heck yeah. Very cool, man. So how does it feel to be in front of real audiences, real human beings? How's that feeling for you guys right now?
I'm ready, man. You know, when we was out front, when we was back in San Antonio for the Alamo, when we was out there performing there, first of all, that was historic. We were the first rappers ever to perform at the Alamo.
Shut up.
So yeah, Space Force can go down in history. You know,
Okay.
when they hop into DeLorean and they come back in time, when it's like, man, Space Force was out here doing things people have never done before.
That's
you know,
awesome.
But yeah, it's amazing, man. I always tell people I love being on stage with people. That's the most fun part of all the things that I do. Like, I love being in the studio, cool, putting something down, cool, vibing to a song. But when you're actually out interacting with the people, man, it's priceless. So I'm ready. I've been waiting on this moment. It's been hard. I'm gonna tell you on the real. It's tough. One, coming out of COVID trying to book a show.
Sure.
Coming out of COVID lockdowns, I'll say that because we're not out of COVID. But and then being a new face on the scene, right? Because I have a number one Billboard hit, you would think, oh, you know, but I don't really have much credit in the streets per se on the venue. So it's kind of tough trying to get stuff. And we finally found somebody through just networking that was like, I need shows. And we was like, we need venues. So let's work. Let's work and make it happen. And we've had so much support from Diamond and Silk Show to just every other outlet that I can think of supporting us and promoting. So I think it's going to be a great crowd. And like I said, we're going to put on a great show.
Heck yeah.
We need to get on Diamond and Silk.
I know. Heck yeah. I mean, we're kind of Diamond and Silk, though.
Yeah, we kind of.
I mean,
no, we're Ebony and Ivory.
I mean, you know. We're like the dude version, right? But, dude, guys, so tell me a little bit, what's your favorite part about being on tour? What's your favorite part about being in front of an audience? What do you guys like about it?
Go ahead, D.
Yes, I mean, that's like the big moment you work toward. I mean, we do a lot of creating music kind of behind the scenes. I mean, sending stuff back and forth to one another. But the like getting in front of a crowd and talking to the people that have been supporting you for years is like, you know, what you're working up toward. That's like the pinnacle, and it's huge. And I mean, we're just excited. I don't know if we did mention, but our new project, we actually did record in Florida as well.
Nice.
Oh, right on.
Nice. We're at Florida, if you don't mind.
We were out there in Fort Lauderdale with the iguanas. We had like iguanas hopping off the back deck to the river and stuff, which was pretty wild, but awesome time. Yeah.
That's why Topher's nervous, man. You got those iguanas down in Fort Lauderdale are monstrous. They're big. So
yeah, they're like gators. Yeah,
they're gators. We got gators. We got those.
Look, they belly flopping and everything. I'm not ready for all this, bro. Like I'm just used to lizards, man. You know what I'm saying? But
yes.
Man, not iguanas.
Hey, man.
Oh, we got
up here in
iguanas,
Central Florida, it's not so bad.
Alligators. Pick a reptile.
Yeah,
we got it.
Pick it, man. And we got wild boar. We got bear. We got a lot of fun stuff down here, man. So you come check it out, man. That's a fun fact about Florida. We do have bears. So
black bears.
I would not be poking any bears anytime soon.
And just throw them some McDonald's. They'll be happy.
Random thought about bears. Did you guys see the video of the old abuela that run out and just push the bear
off the wall?
I was like, that was the most gangster thing I ever seen in my life. She was like, she had no care. She pushed him like she was pushing one of her grandkids or something.
Dude,
get back.
Oh, like imagine a little.
Don't mess with their dogs.
Yeah, like, imagine a little old lady pushing like a 600+ pound bear off. You know what I mean? Like that's insane to me, man.
And that bear had cubs too.
I know.
That was a mama bear protecting a mama bear.
Yeah, man.
Pretty much.
She loved her dogs more than that bear loved her cubs. Like that's insane to me. That's insane.
Well, this should be on the episode of Man vs. Wild, but yeah, apparently man wins in that situation, man.
Have Bear Grylls come out and talk
yes.
about why that was the stupidest thing in the world to do.
Hey, listen. She lived to tell about it though. That's a story she can take forever.
Yes.
Her kids can take that one forever, man.
I pushed a bear off a wall.
Hey, when are you guys coming to Florida? What the heck, man? You guys tour down in Florida? What's going on with that?
Working on it, man.
Yes.
Just gotta find some places.
Maybe
August.
We can help?
We're looking maybe in August we'll be out that way. Because I think July we're gonna be more Midwest, maybe Central United States in the area. Not sure yet, but I know Florida most likely would be August or September.
I'd shoot for September because it will be hot as you know what down here. You'll be burning up down here, man.
It's all good, man. You say that and forget I'm from Mississippi, so
that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
you're used to the hot soup, man. So it's all good, man. What's going on, man? Somebody joined us. Who introduce yourself, my friend?
I go by the Marine rapper TMR.
What's up, TMR? How you doing, man?
I'm great. I literally just touched down.
Hey,
now that is timing.
Nice timing. Perfect, man. I love it, man. Well, welcome, man. We got the complete Space Force now, man. We're just talking about you guys was touring. We're trying to get you guys down to Florida as soon as possible, and we're pumped up for you guys. We're very excited, man. So, you want to introduce yourself to the audience real quick?
Yo, what's up, everybody? My name is the Marine Rap. Hold up. Nobody's here.
There we go.
Attaboy.
Yo, what's up, everybody? My name is the Marine Rapper. I'm 1/3 of Space Force, along with DQ and Topher, and we just ready to rock, ready to make good music.
Yeah, man. Very cool. Very cool. Hey, we're excited for your show, your tour. We're pumped up, man. So I did want to bring up some masks real quick because you just ripped yours off because nobody's around. So I've got to utilize that situation. Have you guys noticed the new stuff with
False Fauci? He's Fauci.
I like that.
Oh my goodness, man. So
No,
go ahead. Oh, go ahead, man. I want you to finish your thought, brother.
No, I was gonna say possibly. It may be something in the works, not about Fauci, but I would probably mention him. But there may be a secret song that may be leaked online.
Ooh.
That no one has heard about, but you'll be the first
exclusive on
first
Plausible?
to know.
Hey, man, we'll take exclusive on Plausible Foolishness, man. We're trying to get on your guys' level, okay?
Let's just say that a Tommy Vexed and a Topher collab may be leaked online soon.
What? Ooh.
Yeah,
I like being a part of this. This is good stuff, man. So, so what brought you guys together? Like, what brought Space Force together? What brought you guys together, man?
Treats. No, it's man, the love of hip hop, the veteran community, and just honestly, Tim Mark, right? We can trace everything back to Tim Mark. If it wasn't for him reaching out to us, him trying to build a community of military musicians, and and us just doing what we do, I mean, we probably never have teamed up. One thing, Tim brought us together, but D-Cure is like the engine, so he keeps us pumping. So because he kept wanting to put out content, we kept putting out content, and then we realized how great we were together, and then we was like, heck, we might well just form a group. And that's kind of how we ended up with Space Force. I still remember the day, November 12, 2018 is where we officially enlisted into Space Force.
I love it.
That's awesome.
That's very cool, man.
So you're veterans. So did you enjoy the long weekend?
Oh, jeez. Too soon?
Yeah, was that too soon?
It's never too soon. They said if I'm actively eating, I don't have to wear a mask. So
that's why I had snacks with me almost the entire time of COVID.
Amen.
I was constantly snacking, so I never had to wear my mask.
So you gained like 20 pounds?
Hey,
I did. I really did.
The COVID-19?
Yeah, the COVID-19, man. Putting on the COVID-19. Jeez. So, what'd you guys think about Miss Kamala and her long weekend comment, man? That was blown up all over, man. What'd you guys think about that?
I guess I'll go first. Well, you saw what I posted. I pretty much posted the Patriot, and it's crazy that people have this attitude. And the first thing come out of your mouth is to say, first of all, it's not Happy Memorial Day. For those out there who says that, it's like, no, it's just Happy July 4th or Happy Independence Day, Happy Veterans Day, but it's not Happy Memorial Day.
Yeah.
So you don't really say enjoy your long weekend, and that's all you have to say for the vice president. It's almost like she forgot it was Memorial Weekend, and just completely dropped the ball on it. But it opened up a avenue for us all to talk about what really went down. Because of this, I was able to kind of put information out there about the origins of Memorial Day, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that, the first occurrence was 1865, right after the Civil War, where some of the freed slaves actually buried some of the black soldiers that died in battle. That was like the first documented, I think it was Harvard University, someone that had it documented that they actually did this. The other times people had whispered about was 1866, a year later, but the first documented time was, from black people, but people don't know that, so I think it was kind of like a blessing in disguise, so we can have the conversation, but it's a tough time. And, we did what we do all the time. We celebrate the lives of those fallen heroes all the time. So it's a normal day for us, but, we wish others would, at least one day out the year, just take time and just reflect on that,
Yeah, because we do it all the time. We do it. It's not even like when people are like Memorial Day, I'm like, what? I'm just doing what I usually do. I mean, I put out probably like twice as much content, but like I was just like, this is what I do every day, because I feel like we wouldn't be here, whether it's us military veterans or any other civilian, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. Because the reason why other countries don't mess with us is because of our strong military. That's literally it's that simple. It's that simple. They don't mess with us. We have freedom because we have these strong young men and women who are willing to go do whatever it takes, the good, bad, ugly, whatever it takes. When we're sleeping, when we're on podcasts, when we're making music, when we're in cars, when we're in the studio, we have these young 19-year-olds who do outstanding things. And so for somebody to say, have a great long weekend, it just seemed like tone deaf.
Yeah.
And so I commented on one of the posts on Benny Johnson, because that's my boy. I commented on one of the posts. And then a young lady who's a poli-sci major, she came by and she wanted to argue with me. And I was like, I don't want to argue with you. Let's talk it out. You know, let's have a good conversation, because I think there's a misconception with people in general. Like, just because you're a political party that's opposite of mine, that doesn't mean I can't have a conversation with you on the same accord. So I'm trying to have a conversation, and I was just explaining it. I was just like, hey, Kamala said long weekend, that was messed up. You know, for me, it's personal, because I wouldn't be here. Like, a lot of guys, you know, died instead of me. I have lots of stories where I didn't go out, they went out, they got killed. Like, literally a story. I got lots of stories like that. So it's very personal to me. So I wanted to talk with her, because she didn't know. So a lot of times civilians don't know. So I'm not gonna like bark at a civilian if they don't know. You know what I mean? It's not their fault. So I say, hey, this is what it's about, A, B, and C. You know, I've been there. You know, I don't expect you to have the same attachment to it that I do, but this is what it's about. Yes. And we were having this conversation. It was going good. And she's like, well, good, because Trump was a crap bag. And I was like, what? And I was like, where's this coming from? I was like, first of all, that's not our commander in chief right now. That's not your leadership.
For now.
Let's let's hold the people who are in leadership accountable right now. Don't divert from the whole situation. And she's like, well, Kamala did, you know, put out a big statement about respecting the troops and moralizing. I was like, she put that out a day later to save her butt, because I know, because I actually was public affairs in United States Marine Corps. So I know you put out a command. It's called a command statement. It's a block statement that has no emotion. And it's just a sample statement, literally copy and paste, copy pasta. And she put it out a day later after she got all this heat. And I'm just like, hey, if she means it for real, if she means it in her heart, respect. Sure. I can respect her for that. Sure. But it just didn't seem real to me, so I can't respect that. She didn't come out with it. It's like, you're the second in charge, and you don't know what Memorial Day is. Like, you don't deserve to be vice president. Like, it's just a qualification. Like, before, you know, any job, you can't even go to McDonald's. There's certain things you have to have a degree in. There's certain jobs that you have to have prerequisites to, and this should be a prerequisite. Know a little bit of American history, something, politics, the branches of the government, something. Like, please, you know. So to me, it was tone deaf, and people were like, "Oh, you're being so hard on her." No, she's the vice president. She's supposed to know. So I was just disappointed in it. To wrap it up.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is, we can argue on all sides about why the war was started, you know, why we're still there, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But that's completely separate from the fact that there are young men and women out there who have died because of the war. For us. Whether or not we like why it was started, they still voluntarily risked their lives and lost them for us to sit at home and enjoy what America has to offer. You know, even if it is going downhill.
And before I say thank you for all your services, guys, we do appreciate that. So, 100%. Like, we genuinely appreciate it. My dad was Air Force, which, you know, everybody busts chops on Air Force, but it's all good. You know what I mean? But we love your service. We appreciate every single one of you guys for doing that. Because, I mean, that's the thing too. Like, my generation, you know, I want to put you guys on blast, but my generation, I make fun of him because he's 40, you know, so I got to bust his chops. But, you know, my generation was the Iraq War, right? So, like, a lot of my friends went into the Iraq War, you know. Some didn't come back, you know, and that really hit home for us, you know. You know, at the time, I think, you know, there's definitely differing opinions on that war and so on and so forth, but it's very real, you know, especially, you know, stuff like Memorial Day, Veterans Day, those times where we can celebrate our troops and our guys that really put their lives on the line. And
it has nothing to do with politics.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with it. You know, it's you know,
politics is the other stuff.
Yeah.
This is where we set aside the politics and we come together and we realize and we try to act grateful for what we've got. And what others sacrificed.
What's the feel? I mean, obviously this is the current administration that got selected in the selection of 2020. But I think that sorry, I didn't mean to put you guys on blast that way. But what's the feeling from the military towards the administration right now? Because when I'm watching videos, when I'm watching the befuddlement in front of the the Coast Guard the other day, which was so painful to watch, and Biden can't even get claps from the group. I mean, what's the feeling around the country right now, especially for veterans, towards this administration?
Honestly, man, it's almost as if we don't even recognize our military anymore, man. I think that's the biggest picture. I've seen, I don't know if you've seen the campaign ads for the military, just how, we're focusing on identity. More. First of all, the whole point of joining the military is to get rid of your name. Like literally, that's what they tell you. Your name is gone. You are no longer Christopher Townsend. You are United States Airman. You know what I'm saying? That's who you are. So it's like we're erasing that to once again make us group us in identities and what we're supposed to get rid of in the first place. So it's annoying.
You can see that in that commercial that they made.
Yeah, the one about they mentioned nothing about her skills, her training, or nothing about protection. They showed nothing.
What she became because of joining the military. No, it's all about what she was before. Not even her. What her parents were.
Yeah, what her parents were, and so I'm just like, this is weak. I said, and then, they showed the Russian commercial. I'm just like, that out there. Yes, it's just, they're trying to highlight a very small portion of not only the military, but a very small portion of the United States. Yeah. Like, not many people, are, lesbian, gay, transsexual and all that, but they want to highlight and make it seem like that's the norm, but it's just not, let's focus on the main things, defending and protecting this Constitution from foreign and domestic enemies. That's it. That's all we truly care about.
True.
But it's crazy because I have, in the Marine Corps, when I was in the Marine Corps, I've had, lesbian and gay friends, and some of them didn't even want to be identified as that. They want to be like, this is my job. I'm a troop. This is what I do. Whatever I do behind closed door, that's my business. So that's why we had to do it independent. Because if we say anything about conservatives, especially being conservative rappers, are you serious? telling the hood they don't have to be poor and oppressed? Are you serious? They don't like that.
Oh,
they don't like that.
But there's a way out other than drugs and football.
Yeah, man.
We're saying save money, love your spouse. We're saying we're saying women go work. They don't want to hear that.
Oh my goodness, are you
Be
kidding
a father? Me? What?
Oh my goodness, actual values. That's crazy, man. Oh my goodness, D made it there, man. I was worried about you, D. I saw you driving in the car, man. I was like, oh man, want to make sure he gets there, okay, man.
We're on the move, but yeah, we're settled in.
All right.
Nice, heck yeah, man. Fair enough. So, I guess my next question would be this: like, where do you see, guys? Where do you see Space Force going? What is the ultimate destination?
I know where they're going.
Where?
Platinum.
They're going to the moon.
To the moon, baby, and beyond.
I love that song, by the way. That's probably my favorite video too, with the Topher dancing. It's hilarious.
I love it.
There it is.
Yes.
Where do you guys want to be? Like, what's the 5-year then the future plan for you guys?
I mean, I think we would all love to have our own cartoon or comic book. I mean, have our own big independent label going. I mean, kind of the works. We've been working hard, just us three, for many years together, and trying to build the military musician label. And we're all very passionate. We've been doing this for 15 to 20 years apiece, and so we're just hungry for whatever's next, and to give the kids even someone to look up to that's not using the wrong language, people that anyone can listen to. And so I think we're just here to give everything we can that people are willing to take in. So
wait, you guys don't cuss and use the N-word every 2 seconds? You don't do that?
Not this week.
You mean my kids can actually listen to this?
Not this week.
not this week.
No, we don't.
You said comic books. You want to do comic books? Tell me about this, man. I got to know about this.
I want to know more about this.
Yes, I'm a nerd. I'm half nerd, so bring it on.
I'm full nerd.
Yeah, me too.
So on top of everything, like like on social media, I'll just do these art contests or whatever, and DQ does it too, and Topher does it too. We'll do these contests. We all do like contests, like different contests, like as far as like album covers and things like that. Nice. And then we've been like getting a lot of art like voluntarily from like the best of the best.
Nice.
And then one of them is like, she's an outstanding manga artist. She can do anime. She can do all types of stuff. Like she drew my album cover, everything. It's crazy. It's so good.
Very cool.
And I didn't even know she was female. So now we have like people on our team that literally just draw us in a beautiful light. And people were like, "Yo, this is so good. It should be a cartoon."
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll have Toph like send it to you. Toph has your contact, so Toph can send it to you. But yeah, they're drawing us into comic books. They're drawing us into cartoons.
Nice.
Little video game figures. They made Toph got a guy to make a pop figure thing.
I saw that one. That was great. That was great.
Yeah, and D is big on it. He's the one who started everything with the kind of like graffiti like character type of like really hip hop graffiti look type of thing. He's had that going on, and so we've had like the majority of our art done by this one guy overseas, and he's amazing too. Emery, Bored to Death. So we've had a lot of artists just jump in and want to draw us, and it just happened organically. And everybody's like, "You guys should have a cartoon." So
that's awesome.
that's why we brought that up, because we definitely are. We're looking to do stuff like that because our audience just organically became like a younger crowd because we're clean, and so like kids love us. Yep. Like D-Cure, he was out there throwing candy out in the crowd and everything. It was just cool, man. It's cool to see the kids smile and stuff like that, you know, because you can't. Not everybody can do that, because you know that those other songs on the top of the charts, you can't sing those with your kids.
No,
but you can't say what, you can't sing WAP with the kids. You can't do that.
I wouldn't advise it if you want to have a healthy relationship with your children.
I thought WAP stood for worship and praise. Sorry, guys.
No,
I totally.
It's waffles and pancakes.
Waffles and pancakes?
We know those are bad for your health, so.
Okay, got you. Hey, just, you know. Nice.
Exactly.
Very cool, man. Very cool.
I just wanted to say TMR knows about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what we plan on doing, man. And don't forget the trading cards that we have now.
Nice.
So that's another thing. And we got superpowers that, you know, I got, dual wheel. Timmer has telekinetic powers, and then of course D-Cure has speed. So we've developed such in-depth characters. There you go, right there. Timmer's showing you the card.
Nice.
We've developed such in-depth characters that it's easy to write a story based on who we are, our background, just different jobs. I like actual functioning jobs. I would be Intel. Then Timmer would be guns, right? Because of the Marine. And then, of course, D-Cure is the pilot. He's the one, giving us direction. So it's crazy that we come up with this, but it's because we have so much fun with it.
Oh, for sure.
I love that.
Listen, I long for the day that our audience is large enough that the two kings have their own.
Whoa.
Two kings, the invisible right hand of the king.
I'm down. I like it, man.
Hey, I'm right there.
Maybe there'll be a crossover comic one day.
Can I fit?
That would be amazing.
Can I fit on a manga page though? I mean,
you can.
I'm a wide body, bro.
You're the Emily Rampart, but they can make it happen.
And he's you know how they just have the body no head. He's gonna be a head no body. Can't fit the rest on there.
That's so funny, man.
No neck.
I gotta ask another nerd question. Favorite manga? What do you guys' favorite mangas? What do you guys like?
Man, one of my favorite, of course, is Death Note and Bleach. Bleach is one of my favorites.
Bleach is great.
It was just a really, really great show. But I think that's it. Like recently, I've gotten into. I can't think of the show. Demons, what's it called? Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer is just a beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
The art is just freaking magnificent in that, and I like the storyline and the whole fact that he's going around protecting his sister who turned into a demon. Now it's just pretty cool, man.
Nice.
It definitely pulls on your heartstrings, but so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Of course, if I can go ahead and say DBZ if I wanted to. Of course, Dragon Ball Z. We was all talking about.
Go.
On the next episode.
Oh yeah, on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
More screaming.
And Naruto, right? So Naruto is one of my favorites. But yeah, that's my stuff.
You make fun of me because I call it Nataro. Sorry.
Yeah,
Like Nataro. That Nataro show. Sorry, I had to do it. TMR, what's your favorite anime, man? Favorite manga?
No, I'm just gonna co-sign it, Bleach. But like, my favorite one is the one that hasn't been done yet. It's gonna be Us.
Hey,
Oh,
attaboy. Hey,
yeah.
I like it. D-Mac, what you got, man?
Funny enough, I actually didn't grow up on like anime unless you count like Pokemon.
Okay, it counts.
It counts. It came from Japan.
Yeah, so I was big on like just regular cartoons, so I never got big into anime. I was more of like a video gamer and got into like stuff back in the day. But yeah,
I got you. Fair enough, man. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So, tell us like the next big thing for you guys. I mean, obviously you're talking about confidence, you're talking about taking over the world, but what are you guys looking forward to the most on this tour? Big thing that's coming up, things that you want our audience to know about you guys going forward, man. So they buy your stuff and we just send you our money. I mean, what is it for you guys?
That's a tough question. Honestly,
yeah, sorry, it was like 4 questions. Sorry.
Yeah, we're such a unique group. I mean, we're all vets. We all have different interests and skills, and I think the most unique thing about us is each of us have a different style, but it comes together in such a magical, powerful way. We're unlike any group out there, and so everyone needs to check out Space Force without a doubt.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't. The marketing guys is Timmer, but I would like to see us, doing bigger, better things, getting some sponsorships here and there,
Nice.
kind of, relieving some of that stress of financial costs that we, occur because, once again, we did go down to Florida to create this EP, and we did the EP in 2 days. Like all beats are original, lyrics original, everything, all just in 2 days. So imagine if we had more financial leeway for us to meet up. As a matter of fact, we shot 2 music videos while we was there too. Did a whole photo shoot. So we did all this within that short amount of time. So instead of having to rush everything, imagine if we had a little bit more time. It's like, okay, we fly you out, then fly again next week, or meet up, the next month, and we can actually have time to do stuff because we had the money to do so. I mean, Space Force it's gonna be monstrous.
And the EP was produced by Kilavic Beats, right?
It's Kilovic, but yes.
Kilovic, whatever. I never heard it pronounced.
No, it's funny because we say that. That's why I'm laughing, because we always say that when no one knows, they say Kilavic, and it's so funny.
True. It's true. That's the way it looks like it should be said. So he's in Florida.
No, he's in New York.
He came from New York too. Wow, that's awesome.
Nice. It sounds like you guys just need to be down in Florida. That's what it sounds like to me. I don't know, man. I feel like you got to be free. Just saying.
And Kilovic is also a Marine vet as well. So
nice.
Awesome. That's cool.
All vets.
Cool.
Yeah.
All vets. Very cool, man. Very cool. What's your favorite video you guys have shot? Or favorite scene or in a video that you've shot so far?
Well, there's going to be 2.
Okay.
So the most recent, we actually shot a video in a DeLorean. That was cool.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was really cool. Because like we were trying to figure out, like it's just on the street type of video. And we're like, oh, let's just find some stuff. And then we look out in the distance and we're like, no way, that's a DeLorean.
Yes.
And it's a fully pimped out time machine DeLorean.
Yes.
I know where there is one.
Oh, nice.
And it had everything. It even had the almanac and everything. So if you watch the video, it's called Animals. You'll see DK like looking through the almanac and everything. It's so dope.
Nice.
Like
That's sweet.
And then I would say the other one would be like Galaxy, because that was like a whole thing in like a desert, like a backyard desert in Colorado. Like it was like, and we're like running through the desert and everything. It was like a cool little thing. So, but yeah, those would be my 2 picks.
Nice.
Yeah, probably same. Some stuff went down up in Colorado that was pretty funny. Let's just say that we call timber the timberweed now. You used to call it tumbleweed, but it's timberweed now. I would say that because just the thought process that went behind it, the angles and everything. I mean, we really actually that and I would say Space Invaders just because it's fun throwing snacks. We actually ruined some stuff accidentally. But I would have probably had to go with animals just because of why we came up with animals. We really, I took my phone because it shoots 8K, and we was waiting on the videographer, but that just fell through completely. And we was like, we run out of daylight, we gotta get some video, and we said, no, I just started filming, and we literally walked here, there, and boom, boom, bam, got the video, and it's done. So
Nice.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Do you guys shoot all your own stuff, or do you? I'm sure you've done some collaboration, but it's mostly you guys just putting the videos together.
Yeah, TMR and Topher are both really good with doing videos, and so that's a huge help when it comes to like putting the video together and doing all the editing. But for the most part, we hire someone. Usually, except for the animals video, we usually hire a videographer and a team to help us shoot, and then we can put it together ourselves.
So that's just another financial sink. And we haven't forgotten, D, what's your favorite? What's your two favorite?
Yeah, the ones they mentioned are tough to top. I would like to add, Space Invaders, because we were all like sitting on the couch playing games like back when you were a kid with a bunch of snacks, and we were, it looked like we were actually playing video games while we were rapping at the camera. So that was just a lot of fun. We were acting like kids recording a music video. So definitely awesome.
Very cool. Are there any artists that you guys want to go on tour? If you're like, man, like right now, 2021, I would love to tour with this artist right now.
I know you are touring with Bryson Creates, right?
True. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Bryson Gray, and eventually Tyson James and everybody, man. I just really want to grow the conservative movement. Just I'm not knocking anybody else, but at the moment, we got a mission. I feel like we're fighting a culture war, and so I just want to put everybody else on that's fighting the same fight we are. So Bryson, anybody in the home count, of course, Tommy Vex, and all those others that's out there that's in the conservative movement. I don't know, and plus we do clean music, so
yeah,
I don't really want to just go on tour with just anybody. Like
sure.
Space Force and Adam Calhoun probably is going to be a very mixed crowd, right?
Yes.
He's still conservative, but he's a little bit. I don't even say a little bit. He's really rough around the edges.
Yes.
And I just want people to know that when they see Space Force and they're going to be around Space Force, it's just going to be very friendly for everybody. For the
Nice.
Why is that so important to you?
One,
it became like I feel like we evolve every time we do a project, every time we do a song, every time we do anything. It's like literally, so like when you say what's next in 5 years, I'm like, what's next in 5 days? Like that's how fast we are. Like literally, like we're that quick. Like we're literally in Florida. We recorded a whole album. Now we're doing a show on Friday. Like that's how fast we move.
Nice.
So I would say the reason why this whole thing is important, that we protect our brand of being, wholesome and family friendly, is because I feel like one of the biggest events that kind of like was a pivotal moment is we're the first rappers to perform at the Alamo in San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
And when we're performing, all these kids were dancing and they're happy and they're coming up to the stage, and then the parents started to follow suit behind them. But I know I'll speak for myself. I mean, you can ask the boys too, but like when I saw that the kids were so happy, I was like, wow, they're never going to forget this. Yeah. They're never going to forget this. They're going to be like, yo, we were stuck in the house this whole time. Our parents took us out to see these three guys rapping, throwing candy at us, taking pictures with us, and everything. Our parents let us listen to them, and they're our superheroes. They're like,
nice.
Rapping superheroes, to them.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that was something that was a pivotal moment for me. It's like the kids and the future of the kids, and knowing that we're not only fighting a culture war against, different policies and things, but we're also fighting it for the youth who don't have that voice. So that's why it's so important that we protect our brand.
Nice.
That's good.
Yeah, that they're still creating that voice, and you guys are able to shape what they're listening to, what their influences are. That's huge.
Yeah. Do you guys feel like you're at I'm gonna date myself, but like I feel like you guys are at like the forefront of of an absolute brand new genre, because there is no conservative rapping. There wasn't before you guys really showed up on the scene. It's like, you know, remember grunge back in the 90s? Like, nobody knew what the heck that was, and then all of a sudden everybody's wearing flannel and
I knew what it was.
hating themselves and blah 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 to Seattle. You know,
It was
whatever.
magic. That's what it was.
It was magic.
It was beautiful.
But you know, it's like it's almost like, you know, it smells like Teen Spirit. It's such a counterculture. You guys are such a counterculture. Like, you know, hearing your music, and obviously, you know, with Topher and Timar with the Patriot, was such a countercultural song that just transcends things. And I think that you guys were on the forefront. Like, what do you guys feel like? Do you feel that same energy? Do you feel like that is kind of where you guys are, that direction you guys are heading, where the culture of your style is going?
Yeah, I think it's super important to like let people know that they don't have to fit, you know, the image people expect them to have, you know, that they can make their own opportunities, that people don't need to feel stuck, you know. It doesn't have to always be, you know, what it was. And so I think that's really important for us to put belief in people. We don't have to, you know, have the same, like you were talking about WAP earlier. We don't need to keep that stuff on the radio. Yeah. Things can be positive. We can rap about changing our lives and doing things for the better, and people don't need to stay stuck where they were. So I think that's just a huge part of our movement, and, you know, putting belief in people, because most of the music, I mean, it's who's being uplifted when you listen to the radio?
Yeah.
Nobody. So
yeah. So like he was saying, you know, I first of all, I've always not cussed in my music. I tried to cuss in my music for like 6 months. Then I realized how horrible I sound when I was cussing. I was like, let me stop this. Like, I sound whack. You know how you got some people and they were trying to cuss you, like, bro, stop, please.
Yeah, but listen, you got that Holy Spirit in you, brother. That's what it is. The Holy Spirit
I thought I sounded like Samuel L. Jackson, but I sounded nothing like Samuel L. Jackson. Nowhere near Bernie Mac. So it's like, okay, so stop this, you know. But also my beliefs played a big part on that. Amen. So, you know, I was like, you know, I want to make sure that I'm reflecting Christ in what I do. And on top of that, I was like, I want everybody to listen to my music. I really like people that can throw on my music and not have to be like looking around for their grandma or their kids. So true. You know, which is ironic that Cardi B did that for her daughter. But we ain't gonna talk about that. You know, everybody else is cool, but her kids can't listen to her music. But she'll feed it to your kids. Just put that out there.
Right. That's interesting.
Never get high on your own supply, man.
Rules for thee, but
never get high on your own supply, man. Come on now.
Hey, I'm just saying, you know. So I think that just, and like you said, develops into us just having a majority kids crowd. We have so many kids singing Space Force songs now. I'm just, you know, elated every time I see one. It's like, bro, like they literally singing Space Force. It's like they're not singing anything else negative. They're singing something positive, you know. And
yes,
that's one thing I love about Space Force is just that for the most part, we all got our own individual careers. You know, It's not like we came together with Space Force and then trying to break off and do our own thing. It's like we've already done our own thing. We just come together for fun. And that's what you hear and that's what you feel. Like, we're literally doing this for fun, for creativity, and just, you know, to give a positive spin. Most of the time when people think about veterans, they think about Vet TV. I don't know if you've ever seen Vet TV, but it's straight up enforcing stereotypes of just what they do it on purpose, right? It's not by mistake, it's by design. But it's just, you know, of craziness, you know, cussing, violence, and everything else. But there's a lot of nerds and a lot of just regular people who put on a uniform, and that's what we like to represent. It's like we're fathers, you know, we're homebodies, you know, we still normal individuals. So I think that's what Space Force offers the world as well.
Yeah,
I think what'll be cool is as you continue to grow and tour in the future, going on tour with some other rap group that was inspired by what you've done.
Yep.
Now that'll be an awesome day, I think, for you guys. I hope to see it happen.
Yeah, I'm ready for that one, man.
You'll be the Rum DMC of conservative rap. Think about that. That'd be kind of nice. That'd be nice.
We kind of look at ourselves as like Beastie Boys, more like that.
Ooh. I like that. I'm down with that too.
If you took Intergalactic and like multiplied it by 1 million, that's us.
That's true, man. I love that, man.
Yeah, it's
very cool.
Pretty much. People have compared us to them, but yeah, it's kind of how we are, man, and we want to have that impact, you know. So it's more, we can go in on people. We can go toe to toe with some of the best, like no doubt. Like
Yep.
we can truly MC on the track and take it straight old school rap battle if we want to.
Nice.
But we don't try to do that because we just try to make really great music and vibe, right? We don't create a
True.
good chemistry song, but yeah, man, we ready, man. Space Force is ready.
All I'm asking for is a Kwame Brown song. Can you just give me one? Just a clean Kwame Brown song with just torching people. Sorry, man. I had to ask it. I had to request it.
That would be that's Topher's lane right there. It's crazy because you brought it up. Yeah, we do have a hip hop background, so it's like Beastie Boys mixed with Outkast. So that's like our vibe.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, like we do have a diverse hip hop background. Like we've been in ciphers, freestyle, and all that type of stuff. Listening to old school like hip hop. I actually have a grunge background. Like when you started talking about the grunge, I was like,
how to do it?
That's all I like.
That's
I listen
what I'm
to
talking
like
about,
rock.
man.
I grew up in Cali. I was escaped. That's what I'm saying. Like we all do different stuff. Like
Yes.
we did all the elements of hip hop, skateboarding, graffiti, all that type of stuff, all those breakdancing and all that type of stuff. And then we all come together and make this beautiful thing. And now we're like at a level to where it's like, let's put all those elements together, but let's do it in the artistic way that it's our own. Like you can even see our logo. Look at this. Does that even look like? Can you even describe that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is that? You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. Like the artist, he broke it down and he did a whole thing. It's like he's like, I'm inspired by holographic vellum. Like what?
Sure. All right.
Can you speak English, please? I'm sorry, I don't.
Well, vellum is basically that clear wrapping paper that looks like a rainbow. Yeah. Oh, also, I said vellum because if you're in the drafting world, I have a degree in drafting and blueprints and stuff. So vellum means that the clear tracing type of paper.
Mm.
Listen, I'm just a meathead, bro. So it's all Greek to me. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm glad to pass on the knowledge.
Amen, bro. I love it. I love knowledge, man. So that's good.
What about you? He mentioned some of his influences. What about you guys? What music has inspired you as you've risen to this level?
So I do like a lot of like old blues. Just the sound of blues in general is super awesome to me. But I was also a big underground hip hop head. I mean, starting at like 15 years old up until I was like, almost 30, it was like all about underground hip hop. And so studying, learning the culture. I mean, as a white boy from Arizona, that has no culture around him, I really had to learn a lot and really dive in and study. So that's like all I had time for was like, I'm passionate about this, so I'm going to study this, until I can't take anymore. And then I'm going to hopefully do that. So
nice.
Here we are. Yeah.
I gotta say, when I hear you rap, I think wholesome Busta Rhymes.
We'll take it. Yeah. Sounds great. Yeah, I love
gotta
Busta.
go get it.
Oh yeah.
Busta, Twista, Tech Nine, all those fast guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate to be a nerd. I hate to be Dragon Ball Z, but do you do Ultra Instinct when you do that? Is that like, are you thinking about it, or is it just coming out like instinctually?
That's kind of like a formula for me. I mean, for me, like rapping fast is just combining the right words in the right sequence to go fast. And so it's more like a formula, like mathematical equation to line it up and then it comes out quick. So
nice.
Music is math.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. For me, I had to give credit to Eminem.
Nice.
Eminem, Ludacris, whole DTP, all that gang. I did listen to some Master P back in the day. No Limit Soldier. Thought I told you.
Oh, that's good stuff, man.
Say,
woo.
Down to Kanye West, man, was a big influence along with 50 Cent and the whole, the game and everybody, man. I just loved it, man. I remember working out to, 50 and everybody when I was in, junior high school. Kanye West was like, to me, pushed the boundaries of hip hop. Like, I don't think anybody really was using autotune in hip hop until Kanye West did it, and then I was like, yo, I gotta do it. You know, it's like this is cool. You know, he pushed the threshold. And so yeah, Kanye West was a big influence. And a matter of fact, King James was me trying to get into my Kanye West vibes. Seriously, when I heard that track, I was like, yeah, this is Kanye vibes right here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm kind of like D. I didn't have like a culture per se in Kill Michael, Mississippi. There was no place for me to go hang out and you know, practice my rapping and hang out with other MCs or have a mentor. I just really learned on my own, you know, from listening to music, listening to the radio. And yes, I'm old enough to remember having to record songs on a tape from the radio so we can go back and listen to it later. Hit record and play. That's how you make it happen, man.
Do you want my mixtape? You want my mixtape?
Right. The real meaning of mixtape. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
So I remember doing all that, you know, having karaoke machines, man, the whole 9 yards, man, when I was coming up. And, you know, I had some family members that wanted to rap, so so they really didn't do much. But more so drugs than they really rapped. But it's just one of those things where I just, it's just, you know, Jay-Z did it. The greatest did it. That's what they did, you know. But yeah, so I look back on it, and I'm just glad that I'm able to do it my way. You know, I think it was one of the things I wanted to make sure that I can maintain is being successful, being me. You know, I never wanted to be a sellout. I never wanted to give up something or change up or switch up just so I can get the check. God has really came and showed that as long as I'm with him, as long as I'm doing his will, it doesn't matter what the heck is going on. It doesn't matter if they ban you, you're still going to be successful. So,
amen.
That's the beauty of this time that we live in, really. You know, the gatekeepers don't have the power that they used to. They're still trying. They're trying their darndest to shut you down. Someday they'll want to shut us down, I'm sure. Yeah.
Don't say that.
It's gonna happen, hopefully.
Deep state.
And then
better not be listening.
Yeah.
But they can't put that genie back in the bottle. You know? We don't need them anymore.
Yeah.
You know, and we can look at this world and see things on the decline, and in some ways they are, but in other ways, what a time to be alive, you know.
True that. Gentlemen, we are up on an hour here, so I want to give you your final thoughts, man, because it has been a phenomenal hour. I can't believe it's been an hour, which is crazy. So that's crazy. We appreciate your time because we know it's valuable, and you guys are blowing up the world, man. But any final thoughts that you have for us here at Plausible Foolishness, for our audience to just go out and just buy up everything that you guys have out there?
I'll start first just real quick. Visit tophertown.com. We have links to all Space Force merch, Space Force music. If you want to get it direct from us, make sure you follow each one of us. We do have Space Force Radio is our social media handle for Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, et cetera, et cetera. So make sure you follow us there. Make sure you grab the album, whether it's next week or 2 months from now. It's still a solid project. Number 10 on iTunes charts right now for hip hop. Matter of fact, we charted number 3 during Memorial Day. So nice. All veteran group charted number 3, and we were right behind legends like DMX and J. Cole, right? It's like Space Force sitting there right beneath, or I would say right next to, I ain't gonna say beneath, but right next to these great artists. So it tells you that the potential's there, the quality's there, and the movement is there. To have no press coverage, no one's come and talk to us, no one's putting an album up on front page, nothing.
What a freaking shame. What a freaking shame that is, though.
Right?
You know, once again, it's their loss, and it just proves to us that we don't need them. So when they reach out down the line and we get bigger and bigger, we'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, we good. we good.
Back then they didn't want you, now they hire all on you, right? That's how
right. So that's it, man. That's all I want to say. Thank you guys once again for inviting me on here. You know, we'll be back again, of course, because y'all family now. But thank you.
Appreciate it.
That's the way we feel too.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
TMRD, any thoughts you got before we guys jump off today?
Yes, sir. Thank you for having us. If you're looking for people that are pushing the limits, that if you want to be an early adopter of people that combine, many genres and have, we have 3 different styles, plus we're always switching up our styles. Please come check us out. Thank you for supporting us, for supporting veterans in general, and we're grateful for y'all. So thank you.
Heck yeah. Thank you.
And yeah, it's been great. Thank you so much for having all 3 of us on. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, and we do not take it for granted. We appreciate all the press and the media that we have coming towards our way, because every single minute on every single show is important. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And again, you could find us at Space Force Radio everywhere. You could find Topher at Topher Town Music. You could find DQ at Andrew Raps. You could find me at The Marine Rapper. And just do us a favor. Go ahead, buy our record. It's number 10 right now. Currently, we've been consistently on the charts with most of the projects that we've been dropping back to back to back to back. And you can be a part of history. All you need to do is go to iTunes and buy the record. It's only $5 right now. And you can also go to tophertown.com. You can get a hard copy as well as a signed copy. And if you ever get a chance to stop by one of our shows, we will be doing those very frequently. So just make sure you stay following us and stay abreast to everything that we're doing. And thank you so much.
Amen.
Our pleasure, man. Please let us know what we can do to get you here in Central Florida, because we'll be there, we will.
I won't miss that.
Help spread the word as best we can, as well.
Listen, I know you guys know Flavor Flav, but I am the best hype man of all time. I could sell you like nobody's business. So if you need some help,
it's what he does for a living, actually. Sales.
That's true.
Sure, I figure it'll be security. It's always the big guys. It's always the big guys want to do something else. It's like, why are you working in sales? Like, what's going on? Bro? Like, go guard somebody's life, bro. What are you doing?
Ain't no money in that. There's no money in that, bro. But yeah, hey, listen, guys, we appreciate you guys so much for being on today. Plausible Foolishness Nation, Rube Empire, we appreciate you guys for watching today. It's been amazing having Space Force on the show today. It's been awesome. This has been the best show we've ever had. Ever. Literally, I say that every single time. I lie every single time because it just gets better and better and better every single time. But guys, we appreciate you. Dusty, thank you so much for being a producer over there.
Always happy.
Shut up, Dusty! We appreciate you, Dusty, so much for doing what you're doing.
Don't make me turn off your mic.
Ivory Tower, it's been awesome. Space Force, it's been awesome. I'll give you a virtual bump. We appreciate you guys so much. Send us home, Ivory Tower.
All right, you've been watching Plausible Foolishness, home of the Rube Empire, where the people are free, the taxes are voluntary unless your name is Dusty. And we serve freshly roasted liberal logic every Wednesday at 9 p.m. right here on twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness, YouTube, Facebook Live, and everywhere you can get a podcast. Peace out.
See ya. Let's know what we're saying.
All create. No matter how you would place it. The son of man's like scatter flock. The kids people like pass a lot. Who preach the truth with no mask and not spread fear and hate for an aftershock. Millions lost cause the faith is shook. The pandemic threw a major hook. Just like the punch that Nader took. The sound alone is what made you look. For a place you can run to. Safe from devils that will hunt you. Say you're not ready but he's on yo. So please shine bright like the sun do. Ooh. Wondering why many churches are closed. Illiberal policies going unopposed. Stand up in faith and abandon he goes. On progress I'm working but he already knows.
I can't find the words to say what I feel, what I discern. When the devil tries to persuade me, God will work wonders. When I can't find the words to say what I feel, what I discern. When the devil tries to persuade me, God will work wonders.
Yeah, here come that devil again. Must be a lib always meddling. He knows I ain't gonna let him in. I ain't a beta male, I ain't feminine. I got the medicine, I don't play. I ain't better than I won't sway. I like melanin, I'm an elephant. I'ma tell the truth and no shame. Y'all think I'ma just fold. I'ma fight the fight, I won't roll. I'ma I'ma light the light and my light is bright cause I know that I'm not alone. I'm in my zone, he's on the throne. I'm not confused, he's on my dome. I ain't no rat, ain't no Democrat. I am a God, he never will cap, okay? Mask off and stop fearing. Grab a job and move your rear end. Take a look at my past, I was freaking. In fact, got my foot on the gas and he's steering. Whoa. Now when the devil talking, please don't run. Snatch that coward by the throat and tell him I'm with the sun. He'll leave you alone for a little, but he coming for you. Just put your faith in him, cause God could work wonders for you, okay?
And I can't find the words to say what I feel, what I discern. When the devil tries to persuade me, God will work wonders. When I can't find the words to say what I feel, what I discern. When the devil tries to persuade me, God will work wonders.
Yeah. He's working wonders now. No wonder it's working out. Previously tongue-tied when it comes time to speak up for what I deserve. Back when I couldn't find the words. In this life I learned if I observe, then I'll discern the lies they hide behind the curtains. In the circus to define the word that's in verse where I find the courage. And when I am heard, I'll be sure that my pride is earned. Picture Reese sitting in a scene where he didn't speak. Everybody looking at him like kid's a freak. Literally paralyzed by history. Perpetuated in defeat, but in retreat. See, he turned his weakness to his Herculean word served to ensure his freedom. And the shackles that bound him converted in purpose. A perch down beneath him observing the beacon. Picture me spitting this flow to the masses. Before I'd have thrown up this globe. It's drastic. We put our soul in this, but never sold for this. Trevor and Topher, no holding us captive. Devil's been known to control us with tactics, motives exposing and focus the faction. We put our soul in this, but never sold for this. Trevor and Topher, you know it's a classic.
And I can't find the words to say what I feel, what I discern. When the devil tries to persuade me, God will work wonders. When I can't find the words to say what I feel, what I discern. When the devil tries to persuade me, God will work wonders.